This time let's look at a transaction which involves cash, and I'm going to look at a sale of an asset here. So if we were to do the usual, get up the home menu, and we're going to go to sell an asset. There we are. This is the screen that we'd see. So this reminds us what we've got of these assets. Remember, we haven't got investments or chattels here, they're separately recorded. We've got a house, we've got a flat, and we've got one or two other things, some bank accounts. Let's look at a sale of the house. Now, I haven't put in here the date that we lodged the grant. That perhaps isn't a necessary date, but let's say that we sell the house and we sell it for £275,000. That's our net, let's just say that's our net proceeds. We put that in, it's a positive green number, we put that there. Now what we're getting is a couple of arrows here, so this is telling us there's something over here we need to complete, and we've also got something over here that we need to complete. Well, let's start to the left. What this is telling us is that we've got to include here critical dates. So for a sale of a property, remembering that BrightCell is looking for data which is going to help calculate tax, we need to know the date on which the exchange of contracts happened, because that is the disposal date for capital gains tax. So let's assume that that was on the 1st of February 16, and it's useful for us to have the date on which it's completed, because that's the date on which we received the cash. So let's assume that is the 7th of February 16. Okay, now we've still got a date, a piece of information we've got to put in over here with this arrow. So this is telling us that we've got to put in, we need to put in anything where we've got a cash transaction, we've got to put in a cash account. Let's assume that this came into our client account, and that is pretty much it actually. So you can see up here we've got no imbalance. We did have an imbalance before. I'll remind you of that if I click delete here, take that out. Suddenly there it is again, that's 275. Why have we got an imbalance? The imbalance is it's saying we've got £275,000, but we don't know where that is. It hasn't been recorded as going into any account. So we need to have the account in there, client account, and there we are, the imbalance has gone. So that's pretty much it. So now what we can do, if we go and have a look, let's have a look at this cash balances. Let's click on that. What we should now find after a short pause is that this is all that we've got. These are all our transactions, our cash transactions. So we got on the 7th of February £275,000 for the sale of the house, and that came in what we've called the estate account. So if we wanted to go and see where which section of the accounts that is, that would be there. But we can also say, let's say it perhaps wasn't 275,000, perhaps it was 272,000. Well, we can click on that. That takes us back to here. We made a mistake, 272,000, and since we've got that little link there, let's see what happens if we go back home and we recalculate the cash balances. There we are, it's picked it up there, 272,000. So this section, what we call the cash balances, is another name would be nominal ledger, and it would show that when we come to seeing whether what we have on BrightCell corresponds with the actual true position, that is to say the position according to our various bank statements, that will be your client account statement, the account statements for various different cash depositors or people who have paid expenses on our behalf. Here we've got £21,700, so I would look at my client account ledger and check whether those figures were correct, and it's easy then to do that, and those are sorted into date order. What we've also got here, you'll notice, is that there's a link here which is telling us that we haven't got a date, we're missing a date. error tracing. We've got sometimes there'll be a duplicate, sometimes there'll be a description missing, or there might be a date missing. Well, if we click on the date, that takes us to this entry. Let's put a date in here. Let's say that was the 31st of March. 31st, I haven't got there yet. It'll be 31st of January. And now let's see whether that has picked up. Well, we'll need to recompile the. Let's go to that. Cash balances again. And we've got the date in there. And you'll see it's reordered that, so that date now is coming in first. The date little tag is missing. That's all been sorted. And that's it.